Hi guys, my name is Sophie. I am 22 years old and I just graduated with my bachelor's in medical studies in ASU. Um, some things about me, I love to take pictures. You could ask my friends. Literally, I will have a Polaroid or some sort of camera, um, just taking pictures of every single little moment possible because I love to capture the moment. Oh my god.
Hey YouTube, welcome to another draw off. I'm going to be drawing with Kathryn, but right now we're drawing our friend Sophie. And I'm just taking a photo, blocking out the major players here, the big shapes. I feel like a lot of people, especially myself, I get confused when I'm looking at something complicated and I try and draw all the minute details. What I really want to do here is draw the big shapes. And so what that's allowing me to do is to go back in and exaggerate the things that I like and change things. So right now I'm drawing the eyeballs and the eyebrows and noticing how the eye curves when the eyebrow curves. And the edge of the eyebrow is indicative of the architecture of the face and where the face curves. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to create shadows and highlights in the right places and to really use color to highlight the structure of the face. Again, this is just a guide, and I'm going to go back in and draw the real drawing right after. And my friend Kathryn is going to be drawing on the right. She's actually drawing a different skin than I am, so it's going to look a little bit different. But it's just Katarina from League of Legends, just the same. It's just a different skin.
Yeah. So it kind of went really quick from my initial drawing, which was actually a different pose, to this pose, which Jeremy is using. So I didn't really like how the first pose was. She didn't have a lot of action in her, legs. It just looked like she was kind of squatting down. So I kept the face the same on Sophie. I did the same thing as I did with Rachel. I went over her facial features and then I altered them a little bit to fit the character better. But I tried to keep some of Sophie's features there. Her eyebrows, her eyes, and her nose are pretty much the same. Face structure changed a little bit. And yeah, so I did alter it a little bit to fit the other reference photo. You can see I'm doing a different skin than Jeremy as well. Sometimes in the frame you can see it. It's Death Sworn Katarina. So she has this cool glowing effect going on with her hair and her blades, and I really wanted to work on that. So you don't see as much drawing in mine this time, but you see a lot more of the coloring in that process.
Yeah, you have beautiful color here. It's so highlighted and so super bright. I love it. It's really, really good.
Thank you. Yeah, so again, I just used a regular paintbrush. I didn't do anything fancy, just regular paintbrush. And then when we get into the glowing bits, I'll tell you more about what effects I used.
Again, so that last drawing that you saw was just a guide for me. This is the real drawing that I did. And so again, I wish that I had worked on the hair and really exaggerated things a little bit more than I did. But this is it, and it's in pink. And what I'm trying to do here is, now that I understand the pose and I've already blocked everything out, I'm just trying to add Katarina's costume into this. And I think something unique about game design is that the details can get really quite extravagant, which is amazing. But when something's hand drawn, animated, and you really want expressions, then I think it's almost easier for animators and artists to make things a little bit more simple. And I'm finding as I draw that I really value clarity and line quality. So right now this is really sketchy and I don't like it. So I'll probably have to go again and correct the lines or draw another overgo. But I actually think that simple shapes with really, really, really beautiful colors and textures and rendering with different layers, for me, really does it. But I would love to get to the level one day where I can do both and to have the intricate detail like Kathryn does, and then also have the really poppy, amazing color on the top. Just a quick reference, I made the same mistake again. I drew and then I colored and then I kept on drawing more, and that just made a lot of corrections and mistakes that I have in the drawing, and it was just inefficient to do. And I think that next time I really need to draw a guide like I did in this video for her facial features, just the normal ones that I want to exaggerate, and then what game design, what accessories she's wearing, so I can add that into the drawing later. And then that would make things a lot clearer. I know that sometimes it's easier for me to block in colors in the beginning processes to kind of understand what's going there, because it's easier to see, but it's ultimately so much better to not make all those corrections.
Yeah, I had such a hard time with this sketch for some reason. I think it's because I didn't have a pencil drawn. So I usually like to do my own pencil, like in a sketchbook, a physical thing right in front of me. I find it so much easier to work in details because I don't like erasing. I just like to draw over my mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's how I come to the conclusion, like, I like how this looks. And then I transfer it to my sketchbook on my laptop, and that's where I get all my details. But for Sophie, I didn't really do it that way this time. I drew it on the software program itself. So it's not as sketchy as Rachel's drawing that I did, but it still has that, my kind of style, the sketchiness.
Yeah, so we both struggled on this drawing, but you have amazing color, and the way that you did the fiery effects and the highlights is really beautiful. So how did you do that?
So, like the glowing bits
Yeah.
of her. So, you can see here I'm going in with different colors. So I actually put that on the side. You can see it's a layer called hair shadows. Um, I was having a really hard time with that. So my program lets you alter the layer. You can make it glowing. You can make it a screen. So I did soft glow at first, and I kind of liked it. Kind of liked how it was looking. I didn't like how it looked on the swords, so I played around with it later. You'll see. I changed it around to, it's called screen. So the screen with all the colors, and I use the synthetic brush on this program, and it helps spread the color a lot more freely. It's not as like blocked off colors. It's more of a blended look, So that's how I made it more glowy for that effect. I was definitely following the color scheme of the skin itself, but I did want to try to make that glowing pop. So the mix of the pink, the purple, the blue, I really wanted that to stand out. And that's why this one, it pops so much more than my last one because there's just so much color going on.
All right. So this is Sophie.
Hi.
We're going to do the reaction. Okay, so Sophie, look away for a sec. We're going to do Jeremy's first. All right.
Sponsoring Dutch.
Okay. There you go, Soph. So this is Jeremy's.
Oh my god! That's so cool! Oh, he actually made my hair pink.
Right? I noticed, so he wanted to keep the waves.
Yeah. Look at that.
And he did like texture in the pants.
He did. It looks like a comic book character almost.
Right?
Oh, I love it.
I really like it.
That's really cool. Damn. I look like a mix of like Lava Girl from Shockboy and Lava Girl and like Katarina. So.
I love it.
Jeremy, good job, man. You got like the coloring right and everything. That's awesome.
The shading's so cool too.
I know. Oh my god.
I really like it.
That's so cool. You made my eyebrows thick. I'm like, hell yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
You ready for
Yes.
mine? So let's
Do I have to
turn your face away. Ooh, I like your hair straight, by the way.
Oh,
That's
thank
good.
you. Thank you.
All right, so I did a different skin.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Sophie can look.
Okay. Ooh. I like the blue and the purple in the mix. I like how you transition that too.
The glowing.
Yeah, the glowing effect.
That
That
was.
looks so cool. Bro.
So 2 different takes on it.
It is very two different. One's pink and one's blue. Basically. Interesting. I love your color palette too.
Thank you.
Very detailed. Good job, you guys. What the heck? I love how you did the shading too, like with the hair and everything. That makes it like a little bit more glowy
Thank you.
as well.
Yeah, and then
Different
we'll do
takes though. That's
very different.
I know. That's so
we'll put 'em
awesome.
so.
That's
So
awesome.
very different takes.
Yeah, but you guys did like the same kind of pose almost.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Same actiony pose.
Yeah. He actually makes me look like Moana.
Yeah,
in this one.
that's what he wanted to do. He kept like, I want to make her look like Moana.
I'm a
Like,
badass Moana.
With
pink hair.
Like, look at the metal that he made.
I know.
See the texture
It's really
on that?
like very shiny too. Like he makes it very metallic as well, which is really nice. And then like the swords as well. He did the details on the swords. It looks really nice. It honestly looks like a comic book character. Yours looks like very realistic. Like it could be in an anime almost, but like realistic anime.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think I do more of the realistic thing, and then Jeremy has like a very consistent like comic book cartoon character.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I really like. And
But it's really cool, like this color, like what his color selection, like and how he texturizes everything. It's really cool. Nice job, you guys. I am very proud. I'm gonna frame these now.